Hello everyone and welcome to the first race of the OVRC GT4 Series here at the circuit Zandvoort. My name is Erwin. I'm going to be solo commentating today. So hope everyone enjoys that. So this will be the first race in the GT4 Series. As you can see, we will be having a 15-minute qualifying session. There is a driver's briefing going on right now. There will be a rolling start in this event in 2 races. Both will be 22 minutes long. And there will be a top 10 reverse grid in the second race. So that's all going to be very exciting indeed. On the always tricky circuit of Zandvoort. Drivers are still in the briefing where they will get the rolling start explained to them once again and they can ask any questions about that. Take a little while. And then we will start qualifying properly. You can see all the different GT4 cars lined up in the pit lane. So there will be the KTM Crossbow GT4, the Porsche Cayman GT4 and the Lotus Evora GT4. Now at the link in the description you can visit the link description page so you can see everyone who is currently signed up. In case you are curious who will be participating. There are 28 drivers in the server right now, so seems like most people have indeed showed up. Vast majority of them. Drivers briefing will be taking a little while longer. So quite a long briefing, unfortunately for us. Hopefully that means everyone will have a clear understanding of the rules. And there we go, the cars are out and this blue Lotus gets nice and sideways immediately. So the driver infographics. As you can see, all of them storming out the pit lane now. And ahead of everyone is Sebastian Brunier, who is driving the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport Manthai Racing. I think that is the full correct name of it. He gets himself ready for his first timed lap. As behind him appears to be Mark Whitford in the Lotus Evora. Nice bright blue car, so easy to recognize. There is another one of those in Simon Stobbart. They're not teammates though, it seems. As it appears, Whitford is now actually ahead of Sebastian. So Whitford will be the first to start the timed lap. As they come around the final corner now. Onto the start-finish straight, and their lap will begin now. Yes, I thought it would, but I'm not getting any graphics for Mark at the moment, and he spun! Ooh, looks like Sebastian hit him as well. So that's going to cost him some qualifying time. Could get in the way of them being able to actually set a fast lap. So it looks like it will be... No, it won't. It will be first. Stuff right now, I honestly can't tell. Going through the map right now, but it's not making things any clearer. Yes, it will be Robert Nygaard. My little timing has now updated. As you can see, Robert Nygaard is driving the KTM Crossbow GT4. It's a rather unusual looking car. Of course, the regular road legal KTM Crossbow does not have a roof. This one does, so looks kind of weird. Sure, the opinions on it are very much split. But Robert is now about to cross the line and will set the first lap, which will be a 1:47.8. And John Dalton improves on that, is a 1:46.9. Conor Mathieson and Zaha Mali and some others are also setting laps right now. Turn the auto director on. Stephen Higgins goes into 9th position. Tommy Olsen takes 10th, and looks like Jan van Almen will take P3. And here we have Thomas Jansen going fastest in Sector 1. As he is nearing the end of Sector 2. Let's see what he does here. And he goes fastest there as well. As Magnus Smedegaard is now in P1. Just a little bit ahead of John Dalton. Looks like Vinnie Roberts just took P4. And here we have Jansen about to cross the line. And will he take P1? Yes, he will, with a 1:46.6. John Dalton is improving his personal sectors. Let's see if he can take any positions here. I don't think he's a threat to Thomas Jansen right now. But he will move back up to P3. As Conor Mathieson took P5. Teammates, of course. Now we have Thomas Olsen, who runs very wide onto the grass at the exit of the final corner and moves up to P8. Here we have Thomas Jensen again, improving by 0.2 of a second in Sector 1. As somebody is off the road, I think is Simon Stobbart. Yes, it was. As actually Jaroslav Honzik took P1 while all that was happening, so he set a 146.5. However, it looks like Thomas Jensen is going faster than that right now. So he will go around the final corner again. And the long right-hander. Can he keep it clean through here? Yes, he will. And he takes P1 again. Just under a tenth ahead of Jaroslav Honzik. You can see Conor Mathieson in P5 improving right now. He looks very close to the top. I think he will be able to take P3 right here. And he does, so he moves up to P3. 0.2 of a second down on the leader. As now he switched to Sebastian Brunier, who's currently down in 24th position. He's not doing too well so far, but he is improving right now, so let's see where he goes. He does have someone behind him, which I think is Mark Whitford. So Whitford will catch the slipstream down here. Don't know if he's on a timed lap right now. And Whitford moves up to P9, Bernier moves up to P21. And here we have Thomas Jensen again, looking to extend his lead on Jaroslav Honzik. Take that pole position. Goes in sector 2 as well. So he crosses the line and he does extend his lead. He's now 0.2 of a second ahead of Honzik. And we have Magnus Smedegaard, who was in P1 for a little while, I believe. And he's looking to improve his personal lap right now. To possibly try and take that P4 from John Dalton. But here's someone coming into the pits, so there should be no pit stops in these upcoming races. As that Porsche does not have a front bumper. I'm not sure who that is. But Smedegaard will take P4. Here we have Sebastian Brunier looking to improve again. And he moves up to P19, just behind Stephen Higgins. And here we have Max Haveson in P20. Looking a lot better so far, and he moves up to P19. Actually, oh, P17, never mind. Moves up to P19 because somebody dropped out of the server. Not sure who. We have Albertini in 21st. And moves up into 20th. Now Anton Kyvalainen currently in P14. Looking a lot better so far in the first two sectors. We also have two Porsches ahead of him. And there's Sven de Roos and Jan van Ommen. Doesn't look like they'll get in the way though. And Kyvalainen moves up to P12. And here we have Jaroslav Honzik trying to improve. He goes fastest in Sector 2. So he's 2 tenths off right now, but let's see if he can still pose a threat to Jansen on this lap. And he does. He moves up to P1. Just slightly ahead of Jansen. As Jan Willem van Ommen goes fastest in Sector 1. So could we have another possible contender for pole position? I think Mark Whitford moves up to P5 there, as there's cars spinning. And that is Thomas Olsen. Oman not looking quite as fast in Sector 2, but at least he should be able to move out of P6 if he keeps this up. Yet in the final corner, all looking good there. And he will move up to P3. Thomas Jansen crosses the line and does not improve. He did set a fastest Sector 1 though. So definitely still some potential. Here you have Christoph Joni, who seems to be struggling a bit in Sector 2 on this lap. Let's see if he can make anything up into Sector 3 and improve on his 15th position. And he does not. And there we have Al Musli in P11. Who improved in Sector 1, again struggling in Sector 2. They keep it tidy through Sector 3. Looks like he doesn't use as much of the road as he could. And he makes a slight improvement to his time, but he stays in P11. As here we have Thomas Jansen trying to take back pole position. With improvements in Sector 1 and 2. Looks like about 2 tenths up so far. Let's see what happens when he crosses the finish line. And does he take P1? He does not. He does not. Honzik is also improving right now. So it looks like he's lost some time in Sector 2. So he won't, probably won't improve here. Although he still might if he's very fast into the last sector. But there's not enough time to set another lap for Jansen. And so, looks like it will be it will be Jaroslav Honzik who takes pole position for race 1. Honzik heads back into the pits immediately. And we return to Trim Driscoll. But here are your results for qualifying. Jaroslav Honzik takes pole position ahead of Thomas Jansen. Jan Willem van Ommen is P3, Conor Mathieson is P4, and Magnus Smedegaard is P5. You can see the full qualifying results on your screen right now. You want to find out where your favorite driver has qualified. You are rooting for anyone. Hear the seagulls flying past. So they will be getting ready for the first of 2 races, both 22 minutes long, with a rolling start. The second race will feature a top 10 reverse grid. Here they are starting as they qualified. So they will be starting off now. As someone seems to have forgotten about a rolling start. As they rammed somebody there. I think it was Stephen Higgins who got hit, but I'm not sure by who. You can see them all heading back towards start finish line now. As oh, what happens to Honzek? He brushes the wall. I'm not sure how you could let that happen on the outlap. But there we go. So they are getting pretty close now. All mentally preparing for the start. They are now going around the final corner. Honzik taking it easy. He'll be trying to find the right moment to get going. So let's see when Honzik will start us off, and it looks like it is now. So here they are all going to go through turn 1 for the first full lap of the OVRC GT4 Series at Zandvoort. Looks like no major drama happening right now. As Jensen is trying to close up to Honzik. You clearly see here going down Skyflak. So these two are always very close together. In every race we do here in OVRC. I wouldn't expect anything else in GT4. Let's see what they'll be up to this time around. And here we have Mark Whitford. And behind Connor Mathieson. They're all about to complete the first lap. Of course, overtaking is very difficult at Zandvoort. So, let's see if there's going to be anything happening into turn 1. I don't think Jensen will be quite close enough yet to do anything on Honzik. And indeed, he does not. Also notice Stephen Higgins has retired. Not sure what happened to him. Maybe because of an incident at the start. Maybe some damage from what happened all the way at the start when somebody didn't realize we were doing a rolling start. Jensen is getting very close to Honzik now. So could he try anything into the next corner? It's a possible overtaking spot if you really want to try it, but it's still tricky. And he's not going to try anything into there. Oh, here we have Vinnie Roberts making the move on Magnus Smedegaard. And he's done it. Now we're following Mark Whitford right behind Connor Mathieson in the fight for P4. It looks like... sorry. Omen ran a bit wide out of there. You can see Whitford moving right behind Mathieson, trying to find an opportunity. Here we have Mathieson. We're on board with Mathieson behind Omen. They go down this tricky technical section in sector 1. They are very close together now. And we go back to Jensen and Honzik. They're still sticking very close together. Honzik trying to make himself a bit of a gap, but not really succeeding at that so far. As we have Mathieson side by side with Alman now. Alman will have the inside. It looks like Mathieson has passed, although maybe break himself a little bit. Alman gets back in front. And that might leave Mathieson vulnerable to Mark Whitford. As, oh, someone runs very wide. Looks like that was Omen again. There's no... Will Jensen try anything into the inside into turn 1? Looks like no, he will not. Not quite found the opportunity there as Omen and Mathieson are side by side again. With Whitford dropping down. What has happened to Mark Whitford? He's off into the gravel. And he's dropped all the way down to P14. As you can see, Taha Mali in front of him with a lot of damage. Now we go back to Jensen and Honzik. And Mathiesen is still behind Alman. So is he going to try? Is there going to be anything happening into the next corner? One of the few possible overtaking spots on this track. But no, the gaps are too big right now. So it sounds like it was indeed a first lap accident for Stephen Higgins, as he has just reported himself. They're getting squeezed and then losing control of the car. As here we still have Jensen behind Honzik. So which one of them is faster right now? It looks like Honzik is just ever so slightly faster. Trying to pull away from Jensen and trying to get him out of the slipstream. I don't think he'll be doing that anytime soon, as there are still 11.5 minutes left in the race. Looks like they might be going side by side through here, just about. And Jensen sticks behind again. Oh! Honzik gets it wrong on the curb there, and Jensen has to take evasive action. Simon Stolbert is stopped on track. So can he get things going safely again? Hope he does not get in anyone's way. Like it's just James Butler coming up behind him now. Yes, both Freeman Heathers and Sven de Roos are retired. Now we go back to Jensen behind Honzik. Still very close, but yeah, Honzik might be getting away ever so slightly. But not really enough to make a difference. As it feels like this battle will just keep going forever. Of course, it will be interesting to see what happens to these two in race 2, where there will be a reversed grid. And if I remember correctly, Honzik seems to do better in reversed grid situations. So could Jensen do anything into here? Doesn't look like he'll be able to. We do go on board with him again. And again, he is still looking very close, but he can't get quite close enough at any of the points where he could actually overtake. They always seem to be very close through this section, but Maybe just a little bit closer than before this time around. Seems in the meantime Mark Whitford has made his way back up to P9 after dropping all the way down to P14. Not sure what happened there, if there was any collision or if he just spun on his own. But something obviously did not go right for him. Looks like Tim Driscoll had some trouble. His front end looking very broken right now. And Jensen is very close to the back of Honzik now on the main straight. Will he actually be able to make the overtake into turn 1? Guess we'll see. As they are having to brake now and Honzik will be defending up the inside. And go side by side and Honzik will just about stay ahead for now. Yeah, looks like it's well defended for Honzik. But he's not going to have an easy final 6.5 minutes of the race. That is for sure. Something's happened to John Dalton, who's in P14 now. Qualified quite a bit better than that. As here we go back to Jensen again. Sort of looking to go side by side there, but can't really do that. As through all that fighting, it appears that Jammen van Ommen is starting to close up on them. So that could still get interesting. As they are once again very close on the main straight, but I think not quite as close as last time around. And so it doesn't look like there will be any moves happening into turn 1 this time. They will just be close to each other's bumpers as always. Neither of these guys can really afford to make a mistake now. In this epic fight for the lead, as it appears, Conor Mathiessen has had a bit of an issue. As he was off the road briefly there. Seems to be going fine now. As Thomas Olsen and Tim Driscoll have now also retired. You can see every time on the onboard cams just how close Jensen is to Honzik. Been this way for pretty much the entire race. But Zandvoort is a tricky one. And so overtaking is going to get very difficult for Jensen. Unless Honzik makes a big mistake. But Honzik is not known for doing that. As they do seem to be pulling away slightly from Ommen again. And they'll be very close on the main straight again this time around. As we go back on board to Jensen. Into turn 1. Can they get side by side? No, it looks like Jensen maybe outbraked himself a little bit there. Doesn't seem to be much going on track right now besides these guys, although there's something going on here into turn 1. Can they keep it clean? Yes, they will. There will be Al Musli who gets ahead of Albertini and take P18. And Vinnie Roberts is starting to close up on Connor Mathieson. There's still a bit of a fight going on for P4. Of course, the big fight right now is still at the front between Jaroslav Honzik and Thomas Jensen. As Haveson was just dropping down the grid, so it looks like he's had an issue. As it's looking like this will be the final lap for these two, so just one more opportunity for Jensen to try and overtake and take the win. But I'm afraid he won't be able to. Unless he can make that move into the S. I don't think it is going to happen, particularly as they won't have another turn 1. Okay, Mark Whitford is closing up on Anton Grivalainen. So Whitford's trying to make his way up to P8 after dropping all the way down the grid. From somewhere inside the top 5, I can't quite remember unfortunately. John Dalton is also trying to get past Villar. Dalton dropped down to P14, I'm not sure when that happened, but it did. Here we have Whitford. Does he dare move on Kuhleinen? No, he does not. As Honzik and Jensen will be entering the main straight now. And Honzik will take the win for race 1 of the OVRC GT4 Series here at Zandvoort. Jan van Almen takes P3, Conor Mathieson takes P4. P5 will be Vinnie Roberts and Magnus Smedegård will take P6. P7 is Robert Nygaard. And 8th will be Anton Kuhleinen, just ahead of Mark Whitford. And next across the line will be Christoph Joni. He'll take P10. Sebastian Brunier will take P11. There still seems to be a bit of close action going on between Villar and Dalton. It looks like Villar will stay ahead. And Dalton will take P14 and smash it into the pit wall there. Dendo takes P15. Michael Sadrowski takes P16. Mohammad Rian El Musli takes P17. Albertini takes P18. And it will be Max Haveson in P19. Taha Mali without a front bumper takes P20. Like it will be Simon Stobbart. Takes 21st position. And then James Butler takes P22. So Jaroslav Honzik has won the race ahead of Thomas Jensen, Jan van Almen, Conor Mathieson and Vinnie Roberts. As Mark Whitford has taken the fastest lap with a 146.611. That's nicely done for him, although unfortunately he did finish P9. Time for a sip of my drink after that. I get my voice ready for race 2. As the drivers get ready for another rolling start, this time with the reversed top 10. They are heading off now. Doesn't look like any dramas this time around. As it will be Christoph Joni who starts in P1 on this race. Ahead of Mark Whitford, Anton Kyöväläinen. So Whitford will have a nice opportunity in this race, I think. Definitely a good starting position. Shows some real pace, taking the fastest lap in the previous race. As we watch these guys getting ready once again. One more outlap with this first GT4 Series event. Which will be running every 2 weeks on Thursday. And I will hopefully be broadcasting all of them, as we do for our main leagues on Monday. Looks like there's a bit of car stuck in the ground there. So they're all slowing down and getting ready for the start. They are coming around the last corner now. Will be up to up to Christoph Joni to start the field off. And it looks like he's going to start right now. So there we go. As all of them head into turn 1 again. Hopefully no major drama happening right now. Looks like there's a bunch of cars wide, 3 wide, further down the grid. They're all going through just fine. Bit of a collision there, as there's a big spin for one of the Porsches. At least it looks like it. Like he's just about got back on track though. So that should be fine. So we had to Mark Whitford right behind Christoph Joni. Mark Whitford very fast in race 1, but had an accident unfortunately, which was, I think, by his own fault as far as I could tell, and he does take P1. Although Joni might be able to take it back into this corner as there's a bit of contact. As it looks like Whitford will get ahead, and it might actually allow Anton Kyöväläinen to close up on Joni. No, it won't. As they head down the final corner to complete the first lap of race 2. We see Kyöväläinen and Joni. The leaders from last race are trying to make their way back up the grid. They've both gained 1 position out of it so far, it seems. Actually, Honsikel have gained 2 positions, and Johnson 1 of them. And here we have Magnus Smedegaard trying to fight Robert Nygaard for P4. As they are looking very close together now. Season. We have Nygaard on Joni, as Anton Kuvalainen has made his way up into P2. Nygaard in the KTM, right behind Joni in the Porsche. Looks like there might be some moves happening into turn 1. Right here. Will it be Mathiesen on Smedegaard? No, it won't be. As we can also see right behind them, you can see Hansik and Jensen starting to close up. Mathiesen makes the move on Smedegaard and he does get past. Amon sort of trying to get along with that as well, but he wasn't able to. We have Mathiesen behind Nygaard, both of them in the KTM. This pack is all very close together. No action happening right now. Smedegaard will have Almen and Honzik right behind him. Do they try anything? Oh, Honzik moves to the inside and so does Almen. Almen gets past and now side by side with Honzik. And Honzik does get ahead. Will Thomas Jansen go side by side with Smedegaard here? Looks like he will. It looks like a bit of contact there into the final corner, as you can also see John Dalton closing up on them. We had on board with Connor Mathiesen on Robert Nygaard. Yeah, it's very close together, but not close enough to make an overtake. So both, looks like Thomas Olsen has retired. Albertini is in the pits but not retired. So maybe trying to fix some damage. And Raymond Heathers is retired. So we're on board with Christoph Joni fighting Robert Nygaard. Nygaard takes the inside and looks like Nygaard has gotten past Joni. Mathiesen will be trying to do the same. Behind them you can also see Honzik trying to find a gap to make the move on Ommen. Might he go down the inside there as he goes side by side with his main rival Thomas Jansen. As Ommen is off the road. Ommen is off the road and will drop all the way down to P10, P11. And I think he might stay there, just about. Here we have Jansen and Honzik going side by side into turn 1. As we cut to Mathiesen and Joni. So Mathiesen has also gotten past Joni now. As Hansik will have defended that move from Jensen. John Dalton looking up the inside of Jensen. Going to go side by side here, maybe. It doesn't look like he will. We have Mathiesen behind Nygaard. There be some moves happening here? No, there won't be. Behind him we can see Hansik making the move on Joni. So Hansik will get past. Can Jensen get past here as well? No, he won't. He's still closing up on Nygaard in the final corner. Back onto the main straight. He will be properly in the slipstream now. Might he be able to make anything happen into turn 1? No, he chooses not to. As Jensen has now gotten past Joni. We have Hansik closing up on Nygaard. Hansik made his way up to P5 so far, starting in P10. He's got his rival Jensen right behind him. Meanwhile, Mark Whitford has created quite a gap in P1. So he is 4.5 seconds ahead of Anton Kovalainen right now. So it looks like Whitford will have a real chance of winning this race. If he can just keep it consistent. We will go back to Jensen and Hansik. As they are bumper to bumper once again. So Hansik is trying to make the move on Nygaard right now. Not sure he will be quite able to. They are behind the sign now, and they are, looks like, side by side on the straight. There's some action happening between Dalton and Joni as well. So let's focus on Jensen right now, who has also made the move on Nygaard. And so has Hansik. Actually, Jensen still sort of side by side with Nygaard, but looks like Nygaard backed out there. So there's a car off into the grass. And somebody spun. Oh no, Christoph Joni has spun. They're starting the race from pole position. He has now dropped all the way down to 16th position. Thomas Jensen is moving down the inside of Jaroslav Hansik. They'll be side by side through this next couple of corners. They are about as close as they can be without touching. Jensen trying to move it toward the outside. Can he do it into down the inside into this corner? As they are side by side once more. And so it was nicely defended from Hansik. As Whitford is now 5.8 seconds ahead of Kyvalainen, so he's doing very well. Looks like it would be a safe win for him, as he is quite a bit faster than both Honzik and Jensen right now, who are of course having to overtake people, while Woodford is in clean air. We're still following along with Jensen and Honzik. Jensen sort of looking up the inside here, but that would have been a very ambitious move, so he backs out of it. They're still very close together. Can Jensen try to make the move on the inside here? Doesn't look like he'll be able to, but we are along with Male, who just overtook Smedegaard on the straight right before the S. As we are along with Jensen once again. So he is closing on the straight, but he's not close enough. Yes, oh, something's gone very wrong with these two KTMs in the background there. Like that was between Robert Nygaard and John Dalton. So here we have Mathiessen making the move down the inside of Kyvalainen and getting it done early. Well done for him. As we are on board with Jensen once again. Still fighting Honzik as Woodford has a huge margin now. As long as he doesn't screw anything up himself, should be able to take the win here very comfortably. Looks like Stephen Higgins has retired again. Now we have Honzik closing up on Kyvalainen, trying to go down the inside. There's a bit of contact there. And he does make the move just about. No, they're side by side still. Jensen looking to get in there as well. And Kyvalainen will have to concede to Honzik and possibly to Jensen as well. Like he has. Just about, still trying to get up the inside there, but he won't be able to. The windscreen wiper was right in the way of his car. with Jensen again, who is now in P4 with Honzik in P3. And ahead of them in second is Connor Mathieson. Mark Whitford leading the race. As they will go down the final corner again. And they'll be crossing the finish line to start the final lap. So this coming lap will be the last lap of the race. Honzik had a look at Mathieson, but too far away. They are still trying to make things happen, but it will be very difficult now. Whitford now 7 seconds ahead of Mathieson. So he has all the margin he needs and will just be cruising to the finish line now, I think. They are still very close together, but I don't think the gaps are quite close enough for any moves, although this one might be into the S. Mathieson moves to the inside to defend from Jaroslav Honzik. As Jensen looks like he's trying to get up there, but he won't. As Honzik still trying to go side by side with Mathieson, but he won't be able to as they head around the final corner now. And Mark Whitford has won race 2. As he does little celebration there. Connor Mathieson will cross the line in P2. Honzik in P3 and Jensen in P4. As they have a little... They hug things out there. And so do a bunch of other cars. Anton Kivalainen has finished P5, John Dalton has finished P6, Robert Nygaard has finished P7, P8 has been Magnus Mødegaard, Taham Mali has taken P9, Marius Tsepanidis have taken P10, P11 has been Sebastian Brunier, as Omen has taken P12, so not quite doing as well as the last race. Sajurski takes P13, P14 has been Vinnie Roberts. Al Mosley has taken P15, P16 was Gustav Joni. Sergio Sanchez Villar has taken P17, P18 has been Simon Sobert. Thijs Dendo has crossed the line in P19. And James Butler is looking to cross the line in P20. As he's got a lot of front end damage, as you can clearly see. Max Haveson will be crossing the line in 21st. Then there will be Zabolx Arpetini, P22. So that is it. Mark Whitford takes the win and the fastest lap of race 2, followed by Connor Mathieson, Jaroslav Honzik, Thomas Jensen and Anton Kivalainen. Can have another good look at the results, which will be, of course, be up on the website later, just after the race. And that was the end of today's broadcast. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this race. If you did, smash that like button, as they always say. Now, we will of course be having another race very soon. On Monday, there will be the OVRC Porsche GT3 Cup Series at the Red Bull Ring circuit at the usual time of 8 PM GMT. I hope to see you all then. If you are interested, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notifications and stuff appearing in your subbox whenever we go live with another race. The next GT4 race will be in 2 weeks' time at Monza. So again, thank you all very much for watching and goodbye.